Let's go!
I think we have to check this out because this is a follow-up. As a reminder, the whole point of this conversation was that Capcom Cup this year is likely something that I won't be able to enjoy with you guys because it was going pay-per-view at the choice of a Capcom Japan esports division, which was always a weird decision, and it was also a decision that sort of confused the Capcom Street Fighter developers, and they didn't seem to necessarily like it very much either. So Capcom Cup this year is gate-kept by, like, pay-per-view, and we would not be able to restream it. There was an apology before about this, and then they didn't change anything, which sucks because we've been restreaming Capcom Cup and enjoying this event with people for like God knows how long. It looks like there's a statement from the Capcom Cup folks and like the esports side, so I don't know what the heck they're going to say about this. Apparently it is good news. Capcom esports business, okay. An update to regarding the revised pricing? Okay. Sincerely apologize for taking the time to make this announcement. Okay. All right. I guess they even got pushback from like Japan. That live viewing for this event would be ticketed. We carefully reviewed the many options and feedback we received from the community. And thorough discussion across various departments within Capcom. Oh, wow. The devs got involved. So again, as a reminder, the esports divisions of this stuff do not work directly with the people that are like making the game. So it sounds like there was like an all hands on deck meeting. Esports is a marketing tool to sell more copies of the game. This could be having an effect on the game in some way. Revise the pricing of live viewing tickets. Special collaborative incentives within Street Fighter. Oh, okay. There's actual in-game involvement? Okay. Regarding the new pricing for live viewing tickets. At the time of the initial announcement, pricing was set based on the domestic Japanese benchmark of Street Fighter League single-day viewing ticket, which was 4,000 yen. However, after reviewing the price structure and cost of living standards across a wide range of global content, so they're not talking about just themselves anymore, this is outside the bubble. This has reached outside the normal Japanese bubble, okay? We've reevaluated the pricing to ensure that fans around the world can really enjoy the event. As a result, we have set unified prices for both Japanese and English podcasts. So you're telling me it went from 4,000 yen to 1,500, so it's about 10 bucks. I mean, my dude, that's better, but the vast majority of people are not going to be spending money to watch competitive fighting games. People that are into this shit will, but still. The Capcom Cup Finals rebroadcast will be available on YouTube and Twitch as follows. Let me watch more. 1day 単品チケットが税込み900円。2days セットチケットが税込み1500円とし、 Tickets will be available for purchase starting today. For the 3 days of the Capcom Cup 12 group stage matches from March 11 to March 13th, co-streaming is allowed. Okay. No application needed. Okay. That's what it says behind my face. Wednesday to Friday. We were originally planned as a free broadcast on Capcom's official YouTube and Twitch channel, as well as day one of the Street Fighter League World Championship 2025 qualifiers, making a special change to allow the global Street Fighter community to enjoy the tournament in as many ways as possible. We will permit unrestricted co-streaming for anyone during this period. Okay. Furthermore, the season will once again collaborate with our regional partners in China. Okay. Wait a minute, that doesn't include finals? So it's the lead-up days and not the actual big event? I mean, I hate to break it to them, but historically, most people don't tune in to the days before. People are there for top 8. People are there for the finals day. I get it, a lot of people watch football and the season and the championships that lead up to the Super Bowl, but a very large majority watch just the Super Bowl. 前回のカプコンカップおよびストリートファイターリーグワールドチャンピオンシップから引き続き、本大会の中国を対象とした中国語での実況解説番組の制作、ライブ配信をクワイショーチャンネルで行っていただきます。詳細は Here's in front of the official announcements. I'd like to introduce a collaboration. Well, this is neat that they're actually working with the developers now to do stuff that's in the game. What about in the Battle Hub? Oh, so shout out to Matsumoto and the developers at B for Street Fighter. Like, they got involved and they're like, all right, so we're doing shit now. Dev stepped in. Current development team and esports team are working closely together. If we don't get the changes that we're sort of looking for now, because plans are already set in place, this means that the future could get better. Next year, we might not be in such a similar situation where this kind of sucks. It seems like things aren't changing that much right now. Like, you're still gonna have to pay 10 bucks to watch this shit, you know? And you can't restream it. But behind the scenes, now it's like, oh, this had an impact on the game. Okay, this is not good. We have to change this. This is probably a necessary growing pain that the game is going through right now. You almost feel bad for the devs that, like, Street Fighter is getting thrown under the bus for making these decisions, and it wasn't the Street Fighter team that did this, dude. Like, they admitted it on Twitter. They're like, we didn't do this. We need to have meetings. And they did. Offering features that allow players to enjoy watching the tournament from within the game. So that's all that shit they're doing. That's why they're testing Twitch streaming in the Battle Hub right now. Okay, that makes sense. On March 14th, the Capcom Cup Finals. On March 15th, the Street Fighter League World Championship 2025 Finals. We used newly implemented Battle Hub live streaming feature. Damn. Are we saying that in like the last few months they had to design and implement a Battle Hub stream viewing feature into the game because this shit was so weird? That's pretty nuts. They've always had ads and shit, but that's not a live broadcast implementation, man. That's a big difference. There are some limitations regarding the viewing content and points of attention by using the Battle Hub live streaming feature. Uh-oh. Quality of the stream may drop. Trial. Rewind and archive. Rewind during live broadcast. Replay after the broadcast. Archive viewing features are not supported. No commentary. Due to server capacity limits, you may be unable to enter the Battle Hub and view tournament footage. Wow, okay. Cool. This is all really cool, by the way. I get it. You don't want whatever some commentators are saying in the moment of streaming a game to be representative of the game. I can understand why they want zero commentary. There is no microphoned up anything. It is just the game. The game is being shown, it's just being played. The Switch 2 version does not support it, and co-streaming is not possible. I mean, that makes sense. Here's the thing. All this is cool. It doesn't fix the problem. It makes me hopeful that, like, this can actually lead to a cooler, much more efficient relationship with Capcom esports stuff, as well as game functionality for the future. I think the biggest telling sign is that if they do this again next year, then we're truly cooked. Like, there's no fixing this shit. It's already cooked this year, man. If there's trailers or cool stuff that we're gonna have to wait for, we're just gonna have to wait. That still genuinely sucks, but it's like, this functionality and relationship with esports shit is actually very cool. It's just, so I have to charge you to watch it, man, unless you get into a Battle Hub. And they're giving in-game rewards. Wow. Okay, so they're actually trying to make it worth it. I mean, it's a Rashid costume. You're either into it or you're not. But this comes across as like, all right, so if we have the ability to add something to the game of actual value for you spending money, then what do? Can we add a color? It's something, but it isn't necessarily like massive. It's something. It's literally better than nothing, right? Pretty much what Capcom developers seem like is happening is that we can't get around this shit costing money. So how do we make the premium worth it? Well, it's make it so that people can get into the game and actually watch it without paying the premium. And if they do pay the premium, they do get actual legit in-game rewards. That was not happening before. You weren't getting shit. You got to watch it. That was it. Is it worth it? No. Like, maybe the FOMO folks are gonna be like, I want that color, but like, dude, I just want to watch it. I just want to watch it without there being issues. I think it's actually very cool to be in the game with your lobby freaks, like cheering on players and stuff from like a game feed in the game. I think that's actually awesome. If we can just have that where it doesn't cost everybody money and like restreaming it is impossible, what are they going to be doing? Are they going to be policing streams? Because not everyone's paying attention to this shit, right? People are just going to be logging in, streaming their shit and be like, oh, there's a tournament on, cool. And then they're going to stream it and then some cap cop is going to strike them down. Like, this feels very weird.
本プロデューサーありがとうございました。今後もカプコン e スポーツはストリートファイターにおける大会シーン。
Hey, wow, damn, this is a big change, chat. Granted, this news that's happening here right now isn't the best news. Like, it got cheaper and they're trying to make the $10 premium of value in some way. The effort is appreciated, but we're still unable to watch it with each other. This is actual, like, okay, we cannot be operating on different wavelengths. Street Fighter 6 is too big. The esports side is too big. We cannot just be doing our own things and not communicating. So going forward, Capcom Esports will continue to work as one company. There you go. This is the thing I was trying to tell people the longest time. These dudes don't talk to each other, man. So this is good. This means that, like, potentially the future, this shit could change.
Capcom esports はストリートファイターにおける大会シーン、競技シーンの成長と拡大のために。
Hey, you know what that means? The actual best thing that could happen as a result of this? Esports packages. Design new stuff that you can put into the game the same way that Street Fighter 5 did, where you can make a bunch of content and bullshit that you can add to the game, colors and little things, and it will help fund the esports side of it. So we do not have to no longer pay for this shit. Then we can actually restream it, and it's not a problem. Maybe that's a thing that can actually move forward and have these dudes communicate, and it could work out, you know?
カプコン全社一丸での取り組みとして皆様のご期待にお応えできるよう取り組んでまいります。また
To contribute to the development of the esports ecosystem as a whole. Sure. Why did that stop? Because Street Fighter 5 esports didn't really exist. It was around, but then when Street Fighter 6 started happening, Street Fighter 6 was like much bigger. And there's a much more sizable esports and competitive aspect to Street Fighter 6, like way more. There was some at the end of Street Fighter 5, but like this got so big so fast that completely different people were like operating the shit, especially in Japan, where like the esports side of Street Fighter is way bigger than with Street Fighter 5, dude. And yeah, okay, so also ending on this note, they know they fucked up. From the development side, not communicating with this side, it's almost like a direct acknowledgement that we really fucked up. That is our bad. So again, we're not getting exactly what we want right now because that much change happening immediately is going to be nearly impossible, but there needs to be a way that we can move forward and this can actually help both sides and they can work together in a way that we don't get screwed over as fans. And we also can contribute and help support this stuff that we can still enjoy this the way we did before. It was very uncharacteristic of Capcom to do something like this because once again it was the esports side that was doing this thing, and the fact that like the Capcom devs themselves jumped in and were like, whoa shit, okay, maybe we should actually do something about this. Maybe this has gotten a bit too big. I appreciate that. We're not getting what we want right now. We're not going to be able to see the levels of that appreciation potentially until the next Capcom Cup, but the fact that they're listening and they're trying to do shit, it's a start.